Approaching our studio now in all her Herculean splendor, sumptuous habiliments, the SOB of Gay Cable Network, Sybil Ophthalmia Brunchin.
Remember how gay men used to stand with their hands in their pockets all the time, you know, in their jeans? They'd be like, lean on the bar, you know, in the 70s. Remember the 70s? Yeah. My audience is all 8-year-olds tonight. We're performing for the National Nursery School Foundation. No, but I decided to have Aqua make me one of those. So I bought the Spike and the Eagle and the Stretch. I never pick up one person. I don't know why. I stand with my hands in my pockets. All right, fine. Kill that. It's better that we do it just as a pantomime. I'm sure Marcel would do much better on my program than I will. No, but somebody asked me earlier this evening who does my jewelry and my gowns. And my gowns, of course, are by... Right, AQUA. And my jewelry is by... J. Antonio. Lovely. Well, we have 14 Sybil Brunchin lookalikes in the audience tonight. So I can take a rest. Now, we're doing... Oh, yes. Could I have some champagne? Thank you. I was a little thirsty. Thank you very much. That's fine. Thank you. A lady never drinks champagne during a television program from a glass because it encourages alcoholism. So, you know, and we'll edit this all out. There'll be technical difficulty on the screen right now, sort of a shushing sound and static and everything. So I always drink it out of a coffee cup. Like, who used to do that? Oh, Jackie Gleason. Remember when Jackie Gleason used to do that? They used to bring out the, you know, he'd have the beautiful assistant. Who's got a body in here? You do, young man. I should have had this young man disrobe and come out as my June Taylor dancer. And, remember? And say, could I have some beverage, please? Or whatever he used to say. And then I would, of course, talk among ourselves. Wow! You see, no one has seen television before. No one saw Jackie Gleason. Quelle tragique. As you know, we started a program last week on February 20th. What's the date today? Very good. Good thing I have a staff. The audience is sitting here dumbfounded. And if you remember my letter from watching last week on the television, none of you were here, of course. This is your first time, whatever. Sybil, I do have such a time eating pretzels. Thank you, Michael. It seems as if I bite where if I bite. There should be accents to this so that I may read it. If I bite where the two parts come together, the other two fall. Or if I bite like a lady on the curve, 3 parts fall. Now, one cannot use 2 hands. How terribly uncivilized. Maybe you can find the answer. Love, Mummy in Cincinnati. Well, lovely. You serve me. Just hand me that. Your lovely serving tray. I shall use my hand because, as you see, this is a pretzel with gland trouble. This is a pretzel on steroids. Yes, this one obviously is fit only for the Paleozoic age. Now, sir, yes, no, not the people, right? No, people, give me that, please. Lovely. Here we are in Ivana Trump's home. Her major domo comes forward. I shall create an illusion for you. Imagine, if you will, it's February 27th, 8 o'clock sharp. You're at Ivana Trump's house. The queen of the Helmsley Palace is sitting next to me. The queen. And her butler comes forward and serves me a pretzel. First of all, I'm sorry, Ivana, but I don't appreciate soiled paper in my presence. Now, he's serving me on a very tasteful, polished, sterling pretzel server, yes. Specially made, and these were invented in the 1700s when pretzels were first beginning to be served in the proper household. But pretzels are usually served, yes, as a cocktail, not as the main course. So, of course, I must praise my hostess for her bounty. Thank you for such a sumptuous feast, Ivana. All right, now, taste the pretzel. Hold out that other glass. What on earth? What have I said about serving people with soiled gloves? Does anyone remember? I'm sorry, what? There was one word said. There. That's correct. I would take server up like this and say, Michael, do you enjoy your employee here? You do. Is Diana good to you? Does she pay a good salary? Really? Hold out your hand. There you are. All right. Now, you may return to kitchen. Not to the kitchen, to kitchen. We must never, ever tolerate serving people serving us with soiled hands. Sounds like the French Revolution here. A bunch of Madame Defarges out there. Frightening. They are frightening people out there. I should never teach manners to people who were obviously friends with Madame Defarge. I've never seen such sympathy. If I had been run over by a car during this program, no sympathy would have been elicited like you getting a little champagne on those dirty gloves. All right, now, really, when we go to foreign people's restaurants in the city, and we know that people don't necessarily wash their hands, and of course, there's an outbreak of what? What? Scurvy. Lovely. Captain Bligh is sitting in the other. That must have been the correct answer. I'm sorry. 10,000. Carol Merrill, please show our prize. Yes, this is your prize. A scribble portrait of me. No, but really, we have... No, not an outbreak of dirty hands. We have an outbreak now of amoebas. Yes. And Mummy loves sushi, and I have not been allowed to eat it because people aren't washing their hands, and I'm quite furious about it. So why take it out on you? Are there any Japanese people in the audience tonight? How convenient. You can relax. Now, when we are served a pretzel, indeed, what do we do? As Martha says, if we bite on the 2 parts, the 3rd part folds, blah, blah, blah. No, there is no correct way of eating pretzel. In fact, I am performing a very unattractive social misfunction here by picking it up in my white glove. No, when we are served at table, you see, it sticks to you, the little salt pricks you. When we are served at table, very nicely, it's served to us on our serviette, and we pick up our pretzel tongs, lovely, and our pretzel basin, the basin. We pick up a pretzel, carefully, and we put it in the basin. We then search the table. We have 14 forks, 7 knives. Here it is. Lovely. Pretzel thermometrix. Let's all say that together. Pretzel thermometrix. Lovely. I could end my life right now by sticking this in here and squirting it right in there. Flash of light. We take the closest liquid refreshment we have, which happens to be, that's right, what's vintage? It looks like a little whirlpool bath. Hop in, Godzilla, hop in, hop in. Don't be afraid, darling, the propeller won't hurt you. All right, and we stick our pretzel like this. Lovely. Just got it on my glove. And then, before we eat it, test it with our... That was a pretzel eyedropper. Why did I say that was a thermometric? Forget it. Oh, I'm sorry. I should put it in the other end. Ben Casey humor. All right. 75 degrees, perfect. And we pick up our pretzel stick. Which hand does the fork go in? Very good. And we eat. While trying to make conversation. Oh, yes, did you see Haley's Comet? Very festive, didn't you think? I expected it to be green, though. Green somehow. And we get some of it on there. Lovely. Of course, some of it's beginning to turn into a broth, so don't be afraid to use your pretzel broth spoon. And lovely, lovely. What a festive choice. Now, many of you just made a sound. Would you make that sound again? All right, do it more nasally. The Lucille Ball sounds like contest. Ooh, that was Lucille Ball. Ooh, When we're served food which makes us feel like we're going to gag, we must simply swallow it without chewing. Watch. Whatever we haven't swallowed must lodge back in our bridge work. That is how to eat a pretzel like a lady, Martha Ryan. Thank you for that question, and I shall send you the bill for my new dental work. Darlings, we'll be back in just a second after this commercial. Hello. Oh, wait. Here we are, having a drink and some pretzels at the Monster. You all come down here.